Sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
Tell me, boy, who are you? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who burned it to the ground?
That's him. That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
I'm sure we're all agreed that all this unrest must come to an end.
I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
To put a stop to this senseless war.
It's got to remember them by.
Okej. Czekamy, teraz musimy coś zrobić. Przesłać górników na południu. Znaleźć rodzica zaginionego stajennego z Newholfu. Zbadane miejsce, zaraz tam się udamy i pierwszy jest tutaj, Newhof jest tutaj i musimy się udać tutaj, ok. Gdzie jest nasz dzielny rumak? O, jesteś. Może tu zejdziemy na dół od razu. Poglepujemy tam dalej. Tylko jest, cały czas jestem jeszcze ranny. No to może źle wróżyć później. Nie mogę nic zjeść. Oraz nie mogę się uleczyć, bo jestem przejedzony. Przy okazji właśnie pojawiła się nowa aktualizacja, nowy patch do gry, która umożliwiła dodanie w komendzie celownika do łuku. Zobaczymy zaraz, jak to się będzie sprawdzać. Właśnie się aktywowałem. Jest celownik. O, jest kropeczka. O, to na pewno łatwiej, dużo łatwiej. A jakby ktoś chciał wiedzieć, kto komendę napisał, to jest właśnie ta. WH, kreska, kośnik na dole, PL, kreska, shadow, fire, kursor, równa się 1. Komenda właśnie jest od tego, żeby właśnie... Oj, troszkę za daleko zagobolowaliśmy. Pojawi się celownik. Dobra, jesteśmy na miejscu. Jest rzecznik. Rozmawiajmy z rzecznikiem.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want, doesn't it?
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry, there's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late. But that ginger lad really hasn't been here.
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice, so how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad. For the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him, and the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch, although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No, but they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Do you have any idea where else he could have gone?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and Ujetz. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
All right,
Dobra.
I'll go and ask somewhere else.
Czyli mniej więcej gdzieś tutaj. Możliwe, że tutaj będzie ten obóz. Na tej drodze. Przynajmniej tam jakieś obozowisko jest. Chociaż możliwe, że to jest to obozowisko, gdzie polowaliśmy. Chociaż nie. To było bardziej za rzeką. Jakiś zleceniodawca jest, ale puścimy sobie. Dobra, musimy na drogę iść. Oho. No i mamy drogę. No, możemy startować w konkursie z koniem przez płotki. Aż kurczę. No i się powoli zbliżamy. Ale może pójdziemy tutaj bardziej lewą stroną. Chociaż... może będę troszkę od prawej zaczął. Jakieś sarenki. Śpią, może się łamie. Co on to ma? Ciche buty, o. To nie jest mi potrzebne. Buty łowieckie. Okej, a te buty łowieckie na konika damy. Ja to mam w ogóle tego ekwipunku dopiero połowa, nawet nie. Gdzie jesteśmy? Dobra, to jest góra. O. Co to? Co to? Czemu pytasz?
Can I not take a walk in the woods without being accosted?
I ask because I'm the gamekeeper here, and it's my
Oh,
job
yoga.
to protect these woods from poachers.
Well, I'm certainly not poaching.
In that case, you won't mind if I have a look what you've got on you.
Ja sprawdzaj
Go
sobie.
ahead and look.
All right. Nothing suspicious here. You may leave, Goodman.
To się drzesz. Dobra. Spotkaliśmy gajowego. Tu jesteśmy. Tutaj. Próbuję do tej rzeczki dojść. Tam jakaś polana jest. Mówię, że są ci przy tym, przy rzeczkach jakichś, no to idziemy do rzeczki. Nie no, to się za bardzo oddalamy. Już tylko sprawdzę, czy coś jest. Nie ma nic. Kurczę, zaklinowałem się. Obóz. Gdzie ten obóz jest w ogóle, bo ja go nie widzę. Jakiś w ogóle obóz jest? Dziwne. Nic tu nie widać jak na razie. O! Tu coś może być. Chyba jest obóz, jest. Węglarze? Nie, to jest drzewa ścięte. O, chociaż nie jest. Jest obóz. Dobra. Jest rzecznik. Jelesz. Węglarz to nie. Musi być rzecznik. Węglarz to też nie. Ten. O, jest rzecznik.
I'll be with you. I'm looking for
Komudzielca.
Neuhoff. Do you know anything about him?
I know him. What do you want of him?
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, you'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
To zadziała.
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm, and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him to talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand, it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream by Townburg, somewhere by the castle.
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you.
Okej. Tutaj, tak? Czyli tak ścieżką tutaj będziemy musieli się udać i lewą stroną rzeczki się przemieścić. Dobra, ziomek nam pomógł. Siwek, gdzie jesteś? Tu jesteś. Gniazdo. Co to są w ogóle te gniazda? Nie mam pojęcia właśnie jeszcze. Czy te kurczę, nie mam jajka kraść, czy coś? Okej, jest obóz. Bliźniacy jacyś. Rodon, Bran. Mogłeś być. O,
Telling the truth. I wasn't expecting that.
Indeed. I thought he was hiding from the stable master, but he wasn't.
It wouldn't be the first time he vexed his master. I figured there was a wench behind it.
Aye. Remember that time he let one of the horses stray? He came running here like his arse was on fire.
This time his ass really was on fire, eh? Be a bit more careful.
touch
God be with
tutaj.
you.
Where are you hiding Ginger?
How did you... What the hell are you talking about?
Don't try that one on me. I know he's friends with a pair of twins from here. I'm here on the orders of Sir Hanush, and I need to talk to Ginger about the raid on the stud farm.
If Sir Hanush sent you, then you should deal with those two cutthroats who've been creeping around here asking about the poor boy. Once you take care of them, we won't have to hide him anymore.
All right,
Okay.
I'll deal with them. And then you'll tell me where you've got Ginger hidden, right?
Right.
Powalczymy sobie.
You get rid of them, and I'll tell you.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between here and our neighbours.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp.
Do you think that fellow is in with them?
He could be, I suppose.
Zbliża się noc. Spróbujemy zrobić tak, że Bo jak ma być walka, to bym wolał się przekimać. Tak chwileczkę, żeby przynajmniej się zregenerować. Komfort 40, plus 40%. No właśnie, żeśmy to publikowali. I gdzieś tak nad rankiem może. Rozpocznij. Obudzimy się. I zapolujemy na tych bandytów. Może będą jeszcze spali? Uda się ich znienacka zaatakować. Muszę sobie poszukać jakiegoś innego miecza. To jest konieczność. Bo ten, co mam obecnie, to chyba wymaga, z tego co pamiętam, chyba 6. Zręczność 6. Ale mam chyba 5 albo 4. Jeszcze tylko zerknę może. Minimalna zręczność 6, a ja mam... jaką mam w ogóle zręczność? Gracz? 5 mam. No właśnie. Ósmy poziom. 12. Oho. Ale jeszcze trochę ciemno jest. W sumie to może mam pochodnie. Tu się mamy udać. Okej. W sumie to może przeczekam. Tak do 5. Dziś widać może troszeczkę lepiej będzie. Troszkę lepiej. Jeszcze kawałeczek jest. No co to? Jakieś obozowisko. No tak na razie nic nie mogę zbierać z sarniny, bo nie mam jeszcze wymaganych umiejętności, co ja mogę... O.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood. Go on, vanish. If I see you again, I'll kill you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
A ty?
Give up your weapon and you can go.
Very well.
Masz w ogóle jakąś broń? Nie mam broni. Dobra, byłem bandyci, ale widzę, że jeszcze jest, czyli chyba to nie są ci. Więc przejdziemy się tak. Bez konia. Wyciągam mierze, udało się tam. Przestraszyli. Czują respekt. Chciałbym, żeby oni jeszcze spali, wtedy mógłbym się zakraść do nich. Tu coś jest. Chyba skała jakaś tylko. O nie. Jest coś. O, ktoś tam jest. Zapiszę sobie.
You'll get what for.
O kurde.
Now I've got you.
Fuck. No co zdarza się. Czemu mi tarczy nie wyciągnął? Idź spać. Właśnie te komunikacje z tym mieczem. Gdybym się dało gdzieś znaleźć, kupić miecz. Zresztą mam 5. Muszę jakiś taki miecz właśnie kupić mniej więcej pod mój level zręczności. Strasznie nim się źle nie włada. Dlatego właśnie przegrywam dużo bitew. Jeszcze od rana. Łeb. Mam cię. No co tutaj macie drogiego? Srebrny pierścień. To. Proszę. Mamy i miecz. Skórzana kamizelka. Kopter nie jest mi potrzebny. Jabłko też. A ty co masz? Mały zestaw potęża. O. Strzały wezmę. Ja widzę, że to jeszcze kuferek jest. Pierścienia nie będę zmieniał. Nie zostanie ten od Bianki. Ten miecz sobie założę. No konika trzeba coś przerzucić. Rękawice łowcy. Tak szybciutko sobie przerzucam, żeby mi nie chodził przeciążony. Bandaż. Rękawice łowcy. Łapka. To bym wziął, chyba nawet założę przy okazji. Pałkę wezmę, sprzedam. Robocze buty. To też psia skóra. Tego już nie będę brał. Krowia skóra. Pajęczyna. O proszę. Może się do czegoś przyda. O. Chyba będzie w lepszym stanie niż ta, co miałem wcześniej założona. Ach. Już to skóry praktycznie, że zniszczone. Doszczętnie. Siwek. O. Tu byłeś. O, mieczek schowany. Klimat lasu jest taki odzorowany, tak fajnie, że naprawdę jest przyjemnie jeździć. No co to? Marchew, mieszczański miecz. O!
What are you doing, you murderer?
I didn't kill anyone. The corpse was already lying there when I got here.
What are you doing here, nearby a corpse? Nearby a murder?
I'm looking for humans and killing any I find.
You? Not likely. Oh shit, you're covered in his blood.
Może
It's my
pomoże.
own blood. Some humans ambushed me and I got cut. And now you're trying to pin this killing on me.
Well, it's true it ain't safe in these parts. I've got a funny feeling about you. But I can't be absolutely sure you did it.
I'm relieved to hear it. And what exactly were you doing here anyway?
What are you getting at?
It'll be easier for you if you confess.
All right then. I did it. I didn't want to kill him. I just couldn't stop myself.
Ha,
There
ty
he is with
mendo.
money, strutting around. I've barely got enough to keep myself fed. You don't have to tell anyone, you know? And you won't regret it.
Forget it. I won't be bribed.
You call that combat? No kurwa.
Chodź tu. Zabiłeś go, chamie. Jeszcze mnie oskarża. Celek. Drogie te rzeczy. Koniku, chodź tutaj. To sobie wezmę. Cicho, bo ciekawe, czy może właśnie naprawiać ten odzież. Dajcie mi sobie to naprawił, te zdobione buty jeździeckie. Nie no, kaptur to na pewno nie. Okej, nałóż na konia. Okej, jakiś lepszy mieczek jest nawet. Cicho, buty to na razie oddam odstawkę. To też. Łapka. -1, a tutaj 662. Tutaj mamy 552, czyli w sumie ten jest lepszy. Chociaż jest tańszy. No już chyba tyle. To jeszcze można dać do tego. No już tyle. Okej. Okej, skończmy to zadanie w końcu. Jest tu ci bliźniacy, jest bliźniak. Chodź tutaj.
Good day to you. What do you need?
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Uzits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
Tutaj, okej. Na prawo. Kolejny wypadek. O kurde, spadłem z konia. Ale jaja. Pierwszy raz mi się tak zdarzyło. Kurczę, siwek. O, ja widzę, że chyba... O, udało się. Te krzaczki są jakieś takie podejrzane. Jest. Rudzielec. Rudy. Gdzie jesteś? Śpisz? O, jesteś. Siema.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time.
Okej, na
Why did you
początku.
run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking
Gdzie
for
twoi
your friends.
kumple?
Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognize? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Ushets and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Ushets, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is
Przecież on go nie zabił, tylko
I
inny
didn't
był.
stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from Ushets and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from Ushets. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know. I never talked to him.
No przecież chyba już tego królowego zabiłem. Chyba jak on mu ten... On zginął przecież.
Now tell me exactly what happened. And
Podpisał
don't
mi to
leave
trochę
anything
teraz.
out.
That's quite a long story.
Ten co go tam dobijał wtedy.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. And I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ushits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still.
There was
No,
nothing
Hanek
you
był Przecież Hanek był w podobnej sytuacji, to wie jak on się czuł. Ordzielec. Uciekł po prostu. Hanek też uciekł przecież. Walczył o życie.
That's all.
No dobra. Wystarczy.
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
I could go and ask them if it's important to you.
Would you? You'll definitely have their respect, the way you took care of those cutthroats.
Okej. Ta skrzynia jest. Może jak się uda go wypłoszyć stąd, to skrzynię obrabujemy. Zobaczymy, co on tam ma w środku. Siwek. Okej. Pierwsze zadanie... Aha, czy Rudzielec może wracać, a... I kapitanowi trzeba powiedzieć, co się stało. Dobra. To gonimy. Kogoś pochowali. Czyli sprawa rozdzielców już jest wyjaśniona praktycznie. Zobaczymy, co ci jeszcze powiedzą. Nowy poziom jeździ konnej. Tak przy okazji chciałem sobie sprawdzić. To gdzieś to narzędzie partnerskie. A, to jest do tych. Myślałem, że uda mi się ten miecz troszkę podreperować. To może być jakiś lepszy przejazd. Gdzie my jesteśmy? Tu są obozy. Troszkę za daleko. Cik. O kurde. I chyba nie uda mi się go upolować. Dostał między nogi. Nie no, ja mam zeza. O, dostał. Ja go chyba tak nie zabiję. Czy mu na fulla naciągnąć? Pierdziel. Ja się jakimś dzikiem przejmował. Ważne, że celownik działa w łuku. Troszkę koń męczy. Okej, najpierw może poinformujemy, co się stało. Czy Rudzielec może wrócić? Tutaj zaparkujemy. Pewnie tej kobiecie musimy to powiedzieć. Tak. Zyta.
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he can return, man.
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my husband.
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed. He didn't have a clean conscience because he gave those murderers a signal.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognized him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are just excuses. He wouldn't dare come back.
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
Why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people, why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back? What if they come back for him and kill one of my daughters in the process?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no reason to return here.
And what about for revenge? I can't take him back.
Welcome, Henry.
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
I understand your concerns, but you just need to ask Sahanish to leave you a guard. Those bandits might be willing to take on a few stable boys, but not an armed soldier.
I'd definitely feel better if someone was here a few days to keep watch.
It can be arranged. I'm sure Sir Bernard won't object.
Good then. Let the lad come back again.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Okej, czyli zaraz może wrócić. Okej, teraz jeszcze trzeba porozmawiać z tym naszym dowódcą. Gdzie jesteś, Bernard?
Well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and...
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed. Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet.
No i zjebkę mamy.
Mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. And I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Any chance of some work here, Captain?
It all depends on what you're ready to do, my lad. As I'm sure you've noticed, the roads around here are swarming with brigands. Sir Hanush has declared quite a reward for dealing with them.
So what do you think I should do about them?
We know about one of their encampments. It's to the east of Ratai in an abandoned mine. I don't really mind how you deal with them. Anyway, the leaders generally wear spurs, maybe like they're pretending their nobility. Who cares? In any case, bring me the spurs, and I'll take it as proof that the deed's done.
Very well. I'll see to it.
Wait. In addition, Sir Hanush has offered a reward for every bandit who's killed. So take a good sharp dagger. You'll get a bit extra for each ear you bring.
Isn't that a bit barbaric?
Barbaric ways for barbaric times, my boy.
That does make sense, I must admit.
Okej. Jest na radzik. A to B. Aha, że może wrócić, dobra. Radzikowi to może powiemy później. Najpierw powiadomimy rozdzielca, że może wrócić. Spróbujmy może jeszcze tą skrzyneczkę, co tam była. Omówimy się. A później może uda się coś sprzedać tej handlarzy, tej kobiecie, co handluje koniami. Zycie. Ale się koń zasapał. I coś tam było. To chyba była ta w sumie. Ten obóz. Nie. Jednak nie. Dobra. Już tam nie będę zaglądał. Jesteśmy na miejscu.
You can return home. It was hard work to convince them, so please don't get into trouble when you go back.
Thank you. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing except if you're ever traveling by way of Neuhof, stop by and I'll show you something with the horses.
No. Sztuczka z koniami. Dobra. Idź. Bandaż, jelenia skóra, końska skóra, pławia skóra i wczoruno. Pałka. Pałka za pałką 2 kije, nie? Może po wadze sobie tak sprawdzimy. Okej. Raz, 2, 3. O, mam jelenią skórę. Mogę temu właśnie zanieść. Super, udało się. Chodź tu. Siwku. Gnijmy. Zakończyć zadanie. Nie, ta strona. Co to? To skała. Myślałem, że już jakiś wielki dzik. Jakiś odyniec. Ciekawe właśnie, czy te odyńce właśnie występowały w tych rejonach. Wiem, że w Rumunii. Dobrze, na polance. Dobra. Kontynuujmy to zadanie szybko, żeby czasu nie tracić.
Stop and have a word with me. It would help me greatly.
Co jest?
What is it then?
It's about this. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
What?
Ooh.
You heard?
Agresor.
Don't try to wriggle out of it. Let's get to it.
I'm not in the habit of fighting to the death with fellows I meet by chance on the road. Tell me first what this is all about.
What's happening is I'm challenging you to a duel. You disgusting man. I spit in your face.
Eager, aren't you? Who are you, anyway?
I am Sir Oldram of Lossany.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Oldram. So, what are you after?
My mother sent me out to get some experience. She's obsessed with tales of chivalrous knights. In short, she sent me off looking for some virgin to save, and to win glory in combat. But I have to admit, I'm not very good at it.
Czemu właśnie nie zaczniesz od tego?
Look, dueling's all fine and dandy, but shouldn't you start with looking for that virgin? There's lots of pretty maids around these parts. One or two might still be virgins.
That never occurred to me.
Once you've done that,
Co za idiota.
you'll see this dueling differently.
True. If I'm fighting for the love of my life, my courage will know no bounds.
That's not quite what I had in mind, but so be it.
Thank you for your encouraging words.
Glad to be of service, sir.
Never mind. I'll wait here for someone else. I don't suppose it matters who chops my head off. Never mind. I'll wait. I'm quite good at that.
Jakiś pomylony ten gościu. Trzeba przyznać. Co walczyć o dziewicę, ale dziewicy jeszcze nie ma. Okej, już widać stadninę. Co to było?
There's plenty of coin in it.
Jakiś ten. Opala się. Robota w polu czeka, ten się opierdala. I troszkę na lewo.
God bless you. What troubles you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger,
fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognised one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Uzits. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhayed to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Merhayed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Uzits. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubos.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
Okej, nie wiem jak go rozpoznałem tego gościa, ale dobra. Zakończymy ten odcinek w tym miejscu. Jeśli film wam się spodobał, dajcie łapkę w górę. Zostawcie subskrypcję, jak jeszcze tego nie zrobiliście i zapraszam na kolejne odcinki. Do zobaczenia, do usłyszenia, trzymajcie się, hej!